All right, this is the Soft Hour Show, episode 12. I got Shane on the Skype.
Shane on his new computer.
Shane on new computer Skype, and I'm
Yeah.
Jim on my old computer Skype.
But still good computer Skype.
Decent computer Skype. I recently did a reset and deleted all my crap.
Damn,
Make
son.
it nice and fast.
Yeah, and mine's
I've
just nice and fast because it's brand fucking new.
I've had 8 years of just junk piling up on my computer for 8 years. And it gets awful.
One day I will join you.
Yeah. Today on the docket is a bunch of random shenanigans.
Yeah, mostly what we've been playing, but
Yep.
a couple of them are going to be a little meatier. Like, I've been playing the Outer Worlds, and we've been playing CK2, so we're just going to talk a lot about that.
Yes. Probably start with Outer Worlds because I'm interested in it. I haven't played it yet because I'm waiting to waiting to have money so I can buy it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a new game from Obsidian,
Yes.
for anyone who does not know. It's made such famed games as Fallout New Vegas and KOTOR 2 and other such things.
I forgot they did KOTOR 2. You're
Yeah.
right. Another game that got rushed and had a bunch of cut content. Huh.
Yeah, Obsidian
Weird.
has a problem with that. Alpha Protocol is kind of the same. But yeah, it's a first person. I was gonna say open world, but it's not.
It's like an open world-ish.
It's like
Right.
BioWare open world where you have zones. But yeah, it's like a first person RPG. It's very much in the style of Fallout New Vegas, mixed kinda with Mass Effect. It's very Mass Effect-y.
Yeah.
And you just a lot of the game's based on dialogue. There is combat, and I think it's pretty good. I really like it.
It looks really good. I'm excited to play it.
Yeah,
Everybody's been gushing over it for the last 2 weeks.
don't go into it expecting like the greatest game ever made.
What?
Like, because even personally, I think New Vegas is still better. If you wanted this style of game, you could still go play New Vegas. I think it's better, but this is not bad, and it's a lot more modern too. So it's not as big of like a shock to the system for someone who's been playing games like
For the last 10 years.
Yeah, right. Fallout New Vegas is really janky. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Outer Worlds is not janky, except for some of the animations. But whatever. It's Obsidian. What are you gonna do?
I mean, you can almost get over janky anime. Like, what kind of fucking autist are you? Or his running animation looks really weird. Therefore, this game is 0 out of 10.
The NPCs, when you get out of a conversation with them, they do that thing in Bethesda games,
Yeah.
where they activate. You know what I mean? Like they're in just talking position where they have their arms at their sides and they're looking straight at you, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna go fight," and dialogue ends, and they immediately their arms come down, their heads turn, and they're like, "All right, fighting mode." They do that kind of thing, so it's janky like that.
I mean, that's
It's completely
get around
understandable.
that.
Yeah, that even happens to a certain extent in The Witcher.
Yeah, it happens a lot in a lot of games where a character has to interact with a stationary object that's already in the scenery.
Yeah, because there's just no way you can do it otherwise.
No.
So I think it's an acceptable level of jank.
The only game I've ever seen do that smoothly is Freelancer. It's an old PC game.
Yeah, no shot.
From 12, 13 years ago. Actually, longer than that.
Yeah, it's
almost fucking 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, during that, it's a fucking space combat whatever game. But during the cutscenes, I noticed when a character would pick up a glass, it would be seamlessly grabbing the glass off a surface and drinking a liquid and then putting it down again without having that weird Skyrim thing where the glass is still connecting to their animation a little bit, so when their hand moves, the glass kind of shifts on the table,
Yeah. It slides into their hand they have a force.
Or in Skyrim when they're about to chop that dude's head off and he has to get in position to knee this dude in the back of the head, and he just kind of goes
teleports a little bit.
Electric slide, and now I knee him.
Here I am.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it's definitely not as janky as Skyrim. I think it's a lot less janky than Bethesda games, which is why I don't understand why people are so hard on it. Because
I don't
it's
know.
definitely a lot more polished than a Bethesda game. It's not as open, obviously, but
Well, yeah.
still.
Sometimes like too much openness, like a fucking, I don't know. Skyrim is kind of a good example of this, where like the world is pretty fucking big, but there's like nothing in it.
Yeah. This is very much a linear game, but there's a lot to it, I think.
Yeah, I can get down with that. I
Yeah.
have no problem with that. I mean, even look at like Mass Effect was, going back to that, where you're right, it had like zones and stuff, but each one was like made really well, and it didn't feel like you were walking down a hallway.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
pretty.
it's like every BioWare game, really, because Dragon Age is like that.
Yeah,
Pretty much every BioWare game except for like Anthem.
just weird as I never saw anything for Anthem.
Because
I
it's
never even
bad.
looked at it, as I didn't care. It's like,
Yeah, you shouldn't. But yeah, it's also very much a linear game.
yeah,
Like it's not like a Bethesda game where you're gonna be like, all right, I started, now I can go anywhere. It's like you started and you're gonna take the same path every time.
all right,
Every time you play through the game. The impetus for multiple playthroughs is not to go different places and do things in a different order. It's to just do the same things differently, which
yeah.
might be good for some people, might turn off some people. Mileage may vary, I guess.
I was reading something where they were talking about like your character being like an idiot.
Yeah.
Where like instead of like fixing this thing using the whatever, he's like, "No, give me that. I'm good at fixing," and you just like bash it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, "Oh, that's fucking hilarious."
That's actually a really clever thing that they did.
Yeah.
Because usually when you make a stupid character, they don't have any skills. They're just dumb.
Right.
You know? Because it's tied to intelligence. Shit like hacking and fixing stuff is usually tied to intelligence as well. In this, you can be an idiot and be a fucking masterful engineer
Right.
if you really want to. So,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, like you said, instead of like fixing a machine by going in there and like soldering wires together or like fucking with the circuitry, you're like, you just smack it and it works because you're an idiot,
Right.
but you're also a great engineer, so you know what you're doing.
The only other game I saw that did that was Arcanum, that old isometric RPG where you make like a dumbass, and if somebody's talking, you'd be like, "Oh, shut up, nerd."
There's some really good dialogue in this game. I think it's really well written.
I'm excited to experience it.
Some of the intimidation options were just beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Like sometimes you'll be sneaking through somewhere, and they actually give you disguise that you can use. It's called like a hollow cloak, something like that. And you so you like pick up an ID of like a guard or something, and then you walk through a restricted area, and the hollow cloak makes you look like a guard.
Ah.
But as you walk around, this bar decreases, so people start noticing who you are. And when the bar's empty, someone will come up to you, and they'll be like, "Ah, hey, what the fuck are you doing here?" And then you have options to like talk your way out of it. And the intimidation options for those situations are fantastic. Because you're just like, "Oh, who do you think you're talking to? I'm gonna blow your kneecaps off." Like it's just so over the top. Like, whoa.
Take it easy, bud. I've been working here for years. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, that's basically what you say.
Yeah. That's
One
pretty
of the dialogue options was literally just like, how would you think I made it this far if I didn't work here? And they're like, oh, I guess you got a point.
Oh shit.
Well, carry on.
How are
It's really well written. It's really funny too. It's a hilarious game.
It's Obsidian.
Well, yeah.
I saw a trailer for it the other day, and I was just like, "Man, this looks fucking hysterical," and I can't wait to do it.
It's what Borderlands wishes it was.
Borderlands sucks.
I like Borderlands, but the writing is really not good, and Borderlands like clearly wishes it could be this clever.
It's just so boring. That game, Borderlands. I hated it.
That's fair.
It's all boring. I fell asleep playing it.
I don't know how the fuck you did that.
It was like in the middle of the afternoon. I was just like, out. So fucking bored. The only other game I did that to is fucking World of Warcraft.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
And I hate
with an MMO.
I hate MMOs. Oh, they're so bad. I only played one that was kind of cool, and then I ended up hating it like not long after playing it. Fucking sucked.
What was it?
What the fuck was it called? Mm,
rappels.
I don't remember what it was called, but you could like they had a really neat like world. You could like build a boat and have out hang out with your friends in a boat, do boat stuff.
I like boats.
Yeah, it was cool when you get like the big ship. You all could like you had to like crew it with several
Oh,
people. I thought that was pretty neat.
yeah, good old.
There was also a really neat like player law system in that one where like say you like walked up to a dude and like fucking killed him, you'd be charged with a crime, and if you got to a certain level of you could be part of like the court. So to be like, oh, there's a trial happening. Do you want to get launched to the court and try somebody? You're like, oh hell yeah. So you'd like uh, pass judgment on a player for fucking around. Like, hey, stole my fucking wheat. Like,
That's
well,
dope.
10 minutes to jail with you, and you literally be transported to a jail island where you could either have to sit there for 10 minutes and fucking do nothing, or you could dig your way out with a bunch of spoons. Fucking like Birdman of Alcatraz off the tower.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, it was neat.
A couple
But
friends of mine
the
and I
rest of
used
the
to have
game was
this.
fucking. I'm gonna finish my thought.
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't know
The,
you were
the
done.
rest of
Sorry.
the game was all Korean pay-to-win shit, where you had like a labor points that you would accrue throughout the day, and then it would like do everything. So that part was really stupid,
Not
and it was fucking
Korea.
Korean. It was Korean.
It was
Ugh.
like Black Desert Online or something.
I can't remember. Man, I wish I could remember the name of it. Oh well. Anyway.
But yeah, we had something similar. Like some friends of mine and I had this Minecraft server, and we would do the same thing. Where if someone like fucked around, like, "Hey, you're being arrested, you bitch!" Like one of the mods would like teleport him to a place.
Yeah.
The problem with that though was it quickly became very like clicky
Well, of course.
and very jokey, where like
Yeah.
we weren't really taking it seriously. So it's like, ah, fuck you, you go to jail. Then the person get really annoyed, which I can understand. And it kind of fell apart.
Well, yeah.
I'm not friends with any of those people anymore. Not because of Minecraft, but it probably didn't help.
It was Arc Age. That was the name of it. Arc Age.
I know what that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of dude I used to know used to really be into that.
It was cool. It was just like, you know, all the other shit got gay.
Yeah,
You could on one of the ships had like a harpoon or a grappling hook or whatever attached to it, so you could like get close to the land and like harpoon yourself to the land and then winch yourself forward and drag your boat across the fucking continent. And we spent like an hour and a half trying to get our boat over the city walls, so just be like, in the town. I was like, how do we get it? We gotta launch this and fucking hoist up this way and push it that way. Yeah.
Just like became the greatest engineers of all time.
Yeah. But, you know, not having friends kind of ruins all that. Anyway. What was it? Outer Worlds.
Ah, yeah.
Outer Worlds.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Is it for PC at all or no?
Yeah, I think it is. It's on. Oh, it is
Yeah,
on
it is.
PC. People were mad about it because it was on the Epic Game Store.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not on Steam?
No, I think it will be in like a year.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah, 2020.
But yeah, for now it's on EGS.
What's the deal with this Epic Game Store?
They give people copious amounts of money to be exclusive to their platform for a period of time.
Oh, I don't see any problem with that.
So I can understand why a developer like Obsidian, who constantly has money problems,
Yeah.
would find that attractive.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that bad. Why is that a problem?
Because EGS kind of sucks.
No. All right, fair.
It doesn't have a lot of features it should have. Like it doesn't have a shopping cart.
What?
Like you can't put like multiple things in a cart and then check out. You have to buy shit individually.
Oh my god.
It doesn't have user reviews, which is by design, but still a lot of people like user reviews. I think they're pretty useful, but you know.
I like user reviews.
Yeah, it's a good way to like just quickly figure out
Yeah.
issues with a game. But it
Yeah.
some people like it, some people hate it. Most people hate it. Most people are indifferent, probably actually. But
That's fair. Some people go by the user reviews like too much, or the people like review bomb a game because of something else.
yeah, well, Steam has taken measures to
Oh
prevent
yeah,
that. Where if there's an anomaly, it just won't count it.
right. People review bomb CK2 not that long ago
Yeah, because
because
of
that
the
whole
Deus Volt
Deus Volt shit
controversy.
that was not even a controversy. It's a
Well,
controversy about to 8 seconds.
you can blame Rock Paper Shotgun for that, for just
Right.
lying. But
Yeah, they
let's
did
try not
lie.
to bitch about game journalists this time.
Here's a list of game journalisms that I would hang.
I hate them all.
Ah! It's always gonna happen.
So, is there anything specific you want to know about the Outer Worlds, or?
Uh, so I know the world is pretty legit. Dialogue is fun, cool. Combat seems to be, from what I understand, kind of like in the background or not as important.
It's definitely not a focus.
Right.
Though I
How?
will say there is a final boss-ish type enemy
Okay.
that it was actually really hard.
Oh,
Like, I didn't have to think about combat pretty much that whole game. Thankfully, I was strong enough to kill this thing.
yeah.
Though I think there are ways around it. I saw a couple of things where I wouldn't have had to fight it if I did certain shit, but I couldn't tell you for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, combat you don't you have to do combat obviously a
Yeah.
lot of the time, but it's not really a focus, and you don't really have to spend. You don't have to put like skill points into combat skills really.
Okay.
Because halfway through the game, I just stopped putting skills in combat skills and started putting them in other shit that would give me more dialogue options.
Hmm.
And I was totally fine. So it's definitely not a
All right.
focus at all. If you don't want to fight, you don't really have to a lot of the time. Also, there's always going to be forced combat, like I said, but
Right.
a lot of the time you can just stealth through. Like the whole final area, I didn't fight a single person until the boss.
Really.
Yeah, like I just stealth through the whole time. It was great. It was really cool that the game let me do that.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, the combat isn't bad though.
No.
It's not
That
great,
was like my main
but it's not bad.
question.
It definitely feels a lot better than your standard Bethesda FPS combat.
All
It's
right.
it's. Did you play Fallout 4 at all?
Yeah. Put it a
It
bunch.
kind of feels like that.
Okay.
Like a little bit less visceral than that.
Hmm.
They even have their own kind of like VATS-ish system.
Really.
Yeah, it doesn't like pause time, but it's called tactical time dilation. And you
This is like slows time.
yeah.
All right.
And then you can like obviously your aim is more precise because people are moving around.
Yeah.
And you can shoot certain parts of people's bodies to cause certain things to happen. Shoot them in the head, they'll get blinded. Shoot them in the legs, they'll be crippled, so on and so forth. But it doesn't stop time. You don't specifically. It's not like VATS where you specifically aim at a certain part. You have to do that manually, so it's a lot more engaging than VATS is.
That's pretty cool.
Like I said, the combat's not bad. There's like different elemental damage types. I didn't really use them that much because I didn't have to, but they
Yeah.
exist if you want to.
I almost never do elemental anythings in games because I always hate when I would commit to one and then find the area where like, oh, everything's resistant to fire.
Right. I don't think that would happen though.
No.
Well, because you have 4 weapon slots, and you can have different elements, obviously, in each of the weapons. And there's not really any skills that would specifically increase one elemental damage type that I can think of. So yeah, you could just use them situationally. I mean, like you don't have to, because it's just not necessary. But if you wanted to, you could, I guess.
I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy this game.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it.
I'm gonna buy it on Friday.
It's pretty short too.
Is it?
Yeah, it like respects your time.
I appreciate that more than probably anything. I used to hate when games were too short, obviously, because I was like, ah.
I
But
can't
now
think
like
of
games
a lot
are so
of.
fucking long.
Yeah, they're like bloated, man. Like
Yeah.
fucking Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Or Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah,
I
that game's
really
cool, but
want.
there's too much to it.
Right. I really want to beat it and like finish it finally, or and do all the cool shit. But man, I don't have fucking like 9 hours a day to devote to shooting fucking rabbits.
I keep seeing it for so cheap, and I'm like,
Really.
man, I should get that. But then I like think back to the gameplay I've seen, and I'm like, ah, man, I would fucking kill myself if I had to go through that
Henry
whole game.
Henry starts as a fucking bumbling retard. Like he doesn't know how to
Yeah,
control his hands.
yeah, I've seen the early combat, and it's just like
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just
And
like, I don't need to spend that
I
$20.
felt like that through my whole like existence, just like fumbling my way through combat.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to fight this guy. I can't remember his name, but he's just impossible to fight straight up, just because he can counter every single move that you do.
Oh, like that first boss dude when you go back to your village or whatever. Is that what you're talking about?
It's that yeah, it's that guy, but it's in a different spot.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so you just fucking shoot him in the face with an arrow. You just kind of back up in the room, try to hit him in the face, and go like, ugh, dodge him. Just go to the other side of the room, try to shoot him in the face, and that does it.
Speaking of jank,
Yeah, that game is janky.
King of
And
Gum is super janky. I mean,
it's a
there's a
shame.
reason the genre is collectively called like Euro jank.
Right. It's a shame that it is like that because it's a cool game.
Yeah, it
I
takes
like
advantage
looking
of a
at it.
setting that most people don't really use.
Right.
I appreciate that, but I just
14th
wish
century
it's,
fucking Bohemia.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish it was more
Good.
like yeah, like yeah, pretty
I
much.
wish it was more good.
Just like a better game
Yeah.
instead of like, oh, we're gonna make this, simulator, and we're gonna make everything like as realistic as we can make it. It's like you didn't have to do that.
It's cool. I mean, I appreciated the idea of it. It's just playing
It's
it was it's hard.
it's just looking at the combat. It's like you couldn't have just had me swing a sword.
Right.
You gotta have me take up a stance and shit.
Yeah.
I don't work like that, my friend. I don't want to do that.
It's just hard.
I would unironically rather have Bethesda melee combat.
Um,
I would rather just spam fucking right or left click all day.
I'd have like Mountain Blade combat. That sounds better.
Either way, anything but what it is right now.
I wish they would do like another game in the same like spirit of that, but just do it better. Like
Sure.
take all the lessons that you learned from this fucking thing and like do something cooler. Put it in like a slightly cooler time period. Maybe with Crusades. Put it in the Crusades. Pretty cool.
It's also a setting a lot of people don't take advantage of. They take advantage of the aesthetic, but not really the setting.
No, it's a lot more complex than people like give credit to because fucking people these days are just like, oh, it was the horrible murderous Christians going over to destroy the noble savage.
Dude,
But
not to get too off topic, but I hate when people you like talk to one of those like really like one of those like religious atheists. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Where they kind of turn their atheism into like ideology.
right.
And you'll talk to them, and you'll be like, "Oh, well, I don't like terrorists." And they'll be like, "Oh, well, what happens when Christianity's tyrannical? You get the Crusades," and it's like,
So, it's a little bit more nuanced than that. Even
Yeah.
like the Arab conquests of the 7th century are more nuanced than people give credit for.
It's just that people constantly compare like 9/11 to the Crusades. It's like it's not at
That's
all
the same.
the same. It's
No.
not even fucking close, dude.
You can't compare Al Qaeda to fucking Saladin.
No.
It's a different beast altogether.
It's like just a ridiculous statement for anybody that has even the slightest inkling of history.
My family did that to me recently, where they gave me the "What about the Crusades" thing. And I just had to be like, "What about it?
Yeah. I used
What are you trying to say?"
It
So was,
I feel like
so was
such an idiot
So
looking
was
back
I.
on it. And then I opened a goddamn book. But
Yeah.
that's beside the point, I guess.
The point being on that one is maybe, I don't know, fucking do some research.
But anyway,
look at some.
that's
You
the
know
Outer
what?
Worlds. I don't really have anything else to say about it, to be honest with you.
I have something to harp on.
It's really good. Play it.
About
Support
topic.
Obsidian, please.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I will buy a game from them.
Thank you.
You should too.
I did.
No, everybody else should.
Yeah,
Good job,
I
everyone.
agree. We've done it. They're owned by Microsoft. They're safe.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so there's a YouTube channel called something. As soon as
something.
Yep. I believe it's called like First Crusade History or some shit like that. Or Real Crusades History. That's what it is, Real Crusades History. And that guy knows a lot about everything.
There's a lot of good history podcasts and stuff.
Yeah. He does a really good, 45-minute, almost like documentary on the First Crusade. That's really, really good. And I would recommend it. And that's it.
There was a podcast 5 years ago or something. Whenever like the 100-year anniversary of World War One was. I think it was like 2014. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Close enough.
But yeah, I think it was called The Great War. I think it was literally just called The Great War, and it was like a podcast, and they did an episode every week, I think, for just that whole year about a topic about World War One. It was really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Where could I find that? Because I'm actually pretty interested in it.
I think it was just on YouTube. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like 5 episodes or something like that, or listened to 5 episodes, I guess. And it was pretty good. I liked it.
What was it called?
I think it was just called The Great War. It's probably kind of hard to find with that title, but like I said, it's like
there's
5
a game called that not too long ago too. That sounds like a cool show. I would listen to
you
that.
should search for that later.
Yeah, I will. World War One is such a crazy topic. Everything's so weird.
Well, because it was like the turning point for modern warfare.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we muscled through that topic.
Yeah.
What have we been playing recently?
Well, I talked about Outer Worlds. Why don't you tell me something you've been playing without me? Have you been playing anything without me?
No.
Okay.
I played Exanima because it's a really easy game to jump into real quick.
What in the goddamn is that?
That's that one with that like really neat physics-based combat, melee combat.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah, pretty cool game. But
Yeah,
the arena has a practice mode that it's really easy to just go in and like fuck around for a hot minute.
Right.
It's pretty cool. and the female character's got titties.
Hey, I love fucking big fat titties.
Juicy titties.
Put your areolas in my mouth.
The game in itself is really cool.
Looking like pepperonis.
It's got like an RPG mode that's fucking terrifying.
Why is it terrifying?
It's like a dungeon crawly.
Oh, is it like dark?
Yeah, it's really dark.
I don't like that.
Yeah. The arena's good though because you can like
it's light. There's sunshine.
Fighters. Yeah, you can like recruit fighters and upgrade them and all that shit. But it's really cool. But the combat's amazing.
Yeah, the game's pretty cool, but I know I'd get bored of it.
That's fair. Like yesterday, we were getting ready to leave, and I was like, "Well, I got 15 minutes to kill. I guess I'll do this." You know.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of games where I could just fucking do it for 10 minutes. Everything I have, I gotta like get into it.
Every once in a while, yep.
Good
Good job speaking on this show, literally about speaking, Shane. But every once in a while, I'll buy a game, literally just for that.
Right.
Like just for fucking around with, or like playing while I listen to a podcast or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm like a fucking complete millennial idiot, and I have to have something to do with my hands while I listen to something. The most recent one I got was Just Cause 4.
Just Cause 4.
Don't buy that video game.
I don't think I will.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Just Cause 3 is like pretty decent. Just Cause 2 is fantastic. Just Cause 4 is a big pile of shit. It's like really bad. It's kind of cool though, because there's like big tornadoes and you can like fly around them and shit. That shit's dope. But the game itself is just bad.
I never thought those games were very interesting.
I like the second one the best.
Yeah.
3 is kind of like bland, but Just Cause 2 is dope. Mostly just because like the final mission is surfing on nuclear missiles and fighting ninjas, which I
Alright.
think is pretty sick.
Yeah. I played it. I had it back in the day. I think I
And now
destroyed
nowadays
it.
it's not really impressive because like shit like Saints Row 4 exists,
Right.
where you fucking Aerosmith
Oh god, that's so
climb up
funny.
a missile at the beginning.
Oh god, I didn't play anything past that. I was laughing my fucking ass off.
I don't think Saints Row 4 would exist without Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2 is like one of the first games to do like really over the top shit like that. That wasn't like a John Woo game or something.
Did you ever play the first Just Cause?
Yes, it's not the same.
No.
That game series really changed
Yes, it
within
did.
one iteration.
It's like the same guy, but that's about it.
Yeah, Rico Rodriguez, who's from a different country in every game.
Right.
He's like a Mexican dude in the first two, and then he's like, you go to his home country in the third one, and he's like, it's like Italy. And the fourth one, I don't even know what the fourth one is. They're like British kind of, but also Spanish. It's very strange.
Was he on the fucking what is it, the Falkland Islands?
They just cannot nail his ethnicity down. He's from like everywhere. If there's brown people there that speak something that sounds a little bit like Spanish, he's from there. Done.
Rico
really
Rodriguez, the everyman from everywhere.
Yeah, Rico Rodriguez.
Whatever
Really
the fuck his name
ethnically
was.
ambiguous.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought I was fucking it up.
Dude, that game, oh my god. If Just Cause 2 came out now, people would be so offended by it.
Yeah.
It's like all the over-the-top accents.
Yeah, I remember
You're in like Pinoy, and the dude comes over the radio when you fuck something up. He's like, "Ah, we got the Scorpio, we got him." And then Rico's like, "Hey, SA, what are you doing?"
Where are you fucking going?
And then your FBI handler's like this big dumb American. He's like, "Hey, Rico, you need a gun drop right now?" Everybody just sounds like a complete idiot.
Yeah, it's dumb, but I can fucking I don't know, grappling hook an airplane, fly across the world on an airplane, grappling hook.
Dude, the Just Cause grappling hook is like the greatest thing to ever exist.
Yes. What a neat mechanic. What a cool idea.
Yeah, and they're like the only ones that have ever done it. No
Yeah.
one else, everybody else refuses.
I know.
Why do people do that when there's a cool mechanic?
I don't know.
Like the grappling hook in Just Cause, the Nemesis system in Shadow of Mordor? Or
Yeah.
was the first one Shadow of Mordor?
No, it was what the fuck was it?
No. The first one was Shadow of Mordor. The second
What was
one's
the
like
second?
Shadow of War or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember. That was a cool game though. I liked it.
Yeah, I like both of them. The second one's kind of bloated though, but it's still not bad.
Yeah.
They added a lot of stuff to the orcs to make it interesting. So
I had one of my orc nemesis was named Pugrish. Pugrish. And that guy, I epic battles with Pugrish that I remember now. That guy was a real troublemaker.
I hated like you kept killing a dude and he just kept coming back and being immune to whatever you killed him.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself. Yeah, the second one was Shadow of War.
Okay. Still a good game though.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I enjoyed it. So, I guess we'll talk about CK2. You can take the reins on that because you know a lot more about it than I do. I'm a very casual CK2 player.
Yeah, I mean, I only have 1,000 hours in it, so I'm just starting to get to know all the game mechanics.
Well, I have like 30, so you
So
can introduce it, bring us in on that one.
Shane got a new computer, obviously. He bought it with his own hard-earned cash from his work job. Yeah. And then I was like, hooray, somebody has to play video games with me now. Haha.
Because I could have done it on my old one, but it would have been real shitty.
And also, CK2 is like free now, just the base game.
Yeah, what good timing on that, huh?
Yeah. Pretty fucking cool. And that was a good-ass idea.
Yeah, well, especially since the new one's coming out, they might as well.
Yeah. So what I read from Paradox, they were like, we didn't want to keep doing all these DLC, but we've like did it already with these titles, and we can't just like make everything free when everybody else has already paid for it.
Of course.
I was like, got it. Okay, whatever. Perfect. Fine. So I think they're gonna do the more Imperator system from now on, where the game comes out kind of like meh, and then they just like patch the
big
fuck out of it.
patches every once in a while.
I think they're gonna have an expansion for that at some point, but
Well,
whatever.
Probably. It's Paradox. Come on.
Anyway, so I've been playing CK2 since fucking 2012, something like that.
I
First
didn't
came
really
out.
pick it up until 2013, 14,
Oh.
and I played a little bit, but I'm kind of stupid. So
I don't know, man. I
I don't
wouldn't
really
say
do
that.
too well.
I'm basically a functioning idiot, and I figured it out. It just took me a
You're a
while.
lot better at multitasking,
Yeah,
and also you know a lot more of the history than I do, so you're a lot more engaged.
that's fair.
Whereas I am, again, a very like casual history buff. You know.
I get really upset when things go outside of history, like when Norway wins England every fucking time. It makes me so mad.
Yeah. So basically, I need really dumb shit to do in order to keep myself engaged because, again, I'm like the most millennial man to ever exist.
Well, that's how you start with that game, though, because you can do it on autopilot as long as you have you make sure your dude is married. All
But
you
yeah,
have to worry about
but
is
what I'm saying is like you're satisfied if you just I'm making the Holy Roman Empire. There we go. I'm
yeah.
having a good time. Whereas like I wouldn't be satisfied with that. I have to steal someone's child and eat him in the name of Satan in order to be satisfied with my CK2 experience.
Which is what you did.
I did do that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. We were playing the other night. This is our second time going at it. And I told Shane, I was like, here, go to Ireland. That's a tutorial island
Yeah,
where you
took
learn how
over
to
a good
play the
old
game.
Moo Moo with King
Moo Moo.
Murchad.
And just every tragedy to befall King Murchad occurred all at once. And fucking,
He had a great life until he didn't.
yeah. His son Brian took over.
Fucking Brian.
Brian the second.
And then King Murchad's satanic daughter fucking hit Brian in the eye with something and made him a vegetable.
Yeah. Got incapable. So now his next son coming up, which I think we just abandoned that playthrough because it's basically over.
I kind of want to see what happens.
Yeah, all right, we'll dip into it for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But anyway, his next son is like a homosexual idiot. And he's like the worst stats I've ever seen on any character in that game.
He's really shit. I need to have him
God,
killed.
it's so bad. Oh, so with since you're Irish, you got the option for tanistry secession, but you don't have that activated. That's why it doesn't work.
I don't know how to do that though.
You have to get everybody to like you. Like everybody above account and above has to have a positive opinion, and you have to be the ruler for 10 years. Then you can.
Oh great, that should be easy with a vegetable on the throne.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes it happens.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Anyway, that's we've been dicking around with that, and there's so many things we haven't even fucked around with. I was thinking about doing a playthrough where we're both dukes in the Byzantine Empire and trying to wrestle with each other so you can become emperor first.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Probably you.
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows with that the new imperial elective. It's not that new. It's like a year old, but it's tricky. All the commanders and the council members and the marshal and somebody else have to vote. It's just a pain in the ass. As with real Rome, the secession is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, today though, we might see a crusade.
Oh shit, son.
Pop off. And if you play where I recommended you to, you'll be in prime position to go for it.
Hell yeah, boy. Sicily all day.
Yeah. King Roger the Fox. Foxy ass motherfucker.
He's gonna be King Roger the Cruel by the time I'm done with him.
King Roger the Cannibal.
King Roger the absolute monster. I was literally just walking down pathways and burning churches as I went. Eating everyone inside.
It's Yeah, well, I think we're having a lot of fun with it, with this game. There's so much shit that you don't even fucking even know.
Oh, I probably know. I probably just haven't done it myself. I've
A lot
watched
of
a
shit.
lot of CK2 playthroughs.
Have you?
Yeah, that's why I got into it in the first place, because I watched a bunch of
Oh,
it,
that's
and I was
right.
like,
That's
oh, I could do that. And it turns out I couldn't do that.
right. Yeah, I mean you can. It's 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 certainly doable.
Well, 18-year-old Shane couldn't do that.
That's fair. So when I first got into it, my good pal Nicholas was playing it, and I go down to his. Well, I'm living in the barracks at the time, and I go down to his room, and I'm like, "What's this game you're playing?" It's like, "Oh, it's Crusader Kings. It's fucking super complicated. It's like all this fucking shit." And I was like, "Oh well, I'll check this out." I had one Paradox game before then, and it was Europa Universalis Rome, which is the fucking worst one.
Of course, you had Europa Universalis Rome.
Shut up.
Of fucking course you did, Jim.
It's terrible. I'll
Oh,
fucking.
I'm sure it is, but
Oh,
I
it
can
sucks.
totally see you having that.
Well, I didn't even know what Paradox was. I thought it was just like
You
I
just
thought
saw
these.
Rome and you lost control of your pants.
My pants! Where'd they go? No, I don't know. I played all the Total War games up to that point, and I was just like, oh, it's probably just like that. Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, it turns out it's not at all.
I played that game for about a day, and I was like, I don't care if this is fucking cool Rome shit or not. I'm turning this the fuck off. This game sucks. Anyway, I saw Nicholas playing CK2 back in the day. I was like, fuck. Well, I guess I'll give this game a try. And the first time, I was just like, no, no, I can't. I can't do this game. I can't. The same thing as you. It's like, no, I'm not doing it.
Turns out I'm a complete fool. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasted your time, game. I'm a fucking idiot.
I didn't mean to overstep my boundaries.
Yeah. But us trying to do multiplayer playthroughs back in the day, which we did a lot of, I just slowly learned the game, and that was that.
Yeah.
It turns into a big fun. We could even do like a Charlemagne playthrough. Do that time period. It's pretty good.
Yeah, Charlemagne, the
Good.
god.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. CK2 is good. Everybody knows it's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Just takes a while to kind of like figure out what you're doing. The only thing is just like, where are the buttons? What buttons do I need at what particular time? And that's about it.
Yeah, pretty. Also,
That's
like,
what
I wish the text was easier
Bigger?
to read.
Yeah.
I tried to download a mod that would fix that, but like it crashed the game every time I started it up, and I was like, "Why does this crash the game every time it starts it up?" And everybody's just like, "I don't know, it does that though." And I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself." And
That
I
would
couldn't find another
also
one.
that would fuck up. I would have to install it as well.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
It fucks up the checksum.
Well, I downloaded it just when I was playing by myself to try to like learn it more. I did watch a tutorial. It was pretty good tutorial.
Do not use the tutorial in the game.
Yeah, I learned that very quickly, which is why I went on YouTube and I watched a tutorial there.
Yeah, that tutorial sucks. And they're just like, yeah, here it is. Go for it. And it's like,
But yeah, dealing with that tutorial and dealing with that mod issue was
Right.
what made me so mad. And caused me to assault my neighbors.
Good.
Kind of literally.
Yeah. You wanna tell the story behind that one?
I'm ashamed, but yes, sure. So I was playing CK2, like I said, and I was installing this mod, and I was trying to do the tutorial, and shit was not going well, and I was getting very upset. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done with it for today. This shit sucks. I'm never playing this game again. I literally almost texted Jim like, I never want to look at CK2 again. Friendship over. And I was just really mad. So I was like, fuck it. I gotta go take the trash out anyway. So I went and I went to the garbage can and I'm trying to get the garbage bag out of there and it's not coming out. And the top is like ripping off of it. I'm getting mad. And I finally get out of there and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going. and I find out my dumpster's in the alley, and I gotta go get it out of the alley. So I go into the alley to get this dumpster, and this dude in this truck is driving up the alley. I don't know why he's doing this. We have streets. We have a lot of streets. You could use any
Yeah.
one of them.
Quite a few streets.
But he decided to go up the alley. So I'm trying to get this garbage can, and this dude is not even slowing down. He's like gonna run me over super slow style, like Austin Powers 2 or something. and I'm like, what is wrong with you, bro? And he just keeps doing this. So I just kick this shit out of his bumper, out of his like rear bumper as he passes by. And I'm like, "Ah, okay, nice job slowing down, cunt." And he like didn't even stop for that. So I don't know what this dude's problem was. I hope his wife was pregnant in the back seat or something, because that's the only excuse for that.
You gave him like a, yeah, nice.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like the most like New Yorker I've ever felt.
All right.
Like, hey, I'm walking here.
I'm fucking dusting off, man. Get out of my way.
And in my, I feel like I'm justified in that behavior somewhat.
Yeah.
Because like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
No.
But anyway, there's the most manic story I've ever told in my life. Because I'm still
Funny.
mad about it.
All brought forth via a bad CK2 experience.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Paradox. Look what you've done to my life.
And it happens.
You know,
Earlier.
I'm looking down on my keyboard right now, just as an aside.
Oh, yeah?
There's a sticker here. Right next to my GeForce GTX sticker.
Oh.
It says, Oculus ready. Oh,
Wow.
no thanks. I wish they didn't put these stickers on these laptops, man.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. I gotta get like a knife. Get these off of here.
Oh, there's a mod for CK2 that I was just looking through mods that gets rid of Imperial Elective. So if you didn't know that, which you probably do because I'm a fucking idiot, it's a year-old mod. Oh, okay. Whatever. That makes the Byzantines actually playable again. Because that fucking elective is just the worst. It's
Sounds good to me, man.
Yep. Oh, you know, I forgot. I got back into playing War Thunder a little bit.
Tell the folks at home. Explain to the folks at home what War Thunder is.
If you don't know what it is.
Don't actually do that.
Well,
I was just making a Norm.
You told me.
I was making a Norm Macdonald joke.
Oh. Dick.
But, you can if you want to, I guess.
If you don't know what it is, you're dumb.
You fly planes.
Around for 100 years.
You pilot boats. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I guess. Not really. I don't like it, but whatever.
That's another game I found in the barracks when I had nothing to do.
That's a total you game.
Fuck yeah, it is. This is the only free-to-play game I've consistently played. Because free-to-play is gay. It pisses me off. It's stupid. But this game is actually, I think, pretty worth it because they put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, well, what you been doing in good old War Thunder?
Just checking out what's new. They had a lot of new shit. They
What's
got
new?
stuff like planes and shit from like the 60s.
Oh, just new planes and stuff?
Yeah,
No
new planes, new boats.
mechanics?
They changed some other quality of life shit. Like before, all the jet engines used to spit fire all the time by default, and that was kind of annoying because jet engines don't do that.
Well, yeah, because if they did, shit would be really fucked up.
Yeah, well, yeah. So not only does it when you got like an afterburner, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's just, the game looks a lot nicer too. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's good because it looked kind of like a big pile of shit before.
Yeah.
It looked like an early PS2 game.
It's a lot better now. I don't know. I like it for some reason. I like dogfighting.
I don't think it's bad. It's just like 100% not for me.
Oh, hell no. That is the not Shanest game of all time.
Because I can't do dumb shit.
No, you really can't.
I have to be a complete idiot in every game I play, or I'm not satisfied.
You don't have to.
Try to think of a game we've played together where I wasn't a complete idiot. Let me remind you what I did in Dark Souls 3. I took off my weapons and I punched things until they died. Just because I felt like I wanted to.
Yeah, alright, fair, It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what I am. I'm at peace with it.
Yeah. So so we shall start winding down here.
Yeah, sure, unless you got another topic
Not really.
that you didn't tell me about for some reason.
No. I got nothing else.
Alright, fantastic.
Pretty productive episode, I'd say.
Well, explain to the folks at home what an outro is.
What?
Explain to the folks at home what an outro is.
Oh yeah, an outro is when you are going out, and that's it.
Okay,
Just stop doing what you're doing.
fantastic. Bye.
Bye. Fuck you, Blizzard.
Yeah, suck my dick.